Second coming.
You will have a second coming. Okay, the reason for this recording is because we have Simon, better known as, what was it?
The Messiah.
The Messiah. Simon means seen by God, apparently, but we just call him Pi. We're just talking about all his experiences and our experiences, and like Natalie was attacked. The only time we've ever been. Natalie, I'm Wiltshire, I can't say T. But as we were talking about this, we just had the door knocked a couple of times, but there's nobody at the door. Now, they say that if you get a knock on the door and there's nobody there, you shouldn't open the door. So that's what we're talking about, and it's just a waffle. Probably a very boring video, but if you want to listen to it, you're more than welcome to. So, yeah. Right. Simon, son of God, seen by God, whoever you are. Iron Man.
I'm the fucking Iron Man, show.
Iron Man.
He's looking good in his red suit.
Yeah, his suit's red. He's got like a red onesie on. And he's got 2 cat ears on the top. He's actually a furry in his secret life. Alright, so Pine Man's experiences. You've had weird shit when you sleep, usually, like sleep paralysis, things like that, but it goes much further than that.
It's not you trying to grope it then, Phil.
It is not me trying to grope him, I assure you. So, Pie Man's experiences include grabbing the thing, but not being able to look at it. Also, as well, he's been asleep, but someone has said they have seen him at the window while he's asleep, even though it's physically impossible for him to be at the
I'll
window.
just tell the story again.
You tell the story again. I have restarted.
I've had multiple attacks in my sleep.
Are you?
At some points I've seen things when I've been awake.
Oh, yeah, you're
I've seen things fully awake and half asleep. But this one attack started at 1:05 in the morning, so I looked at the clock. Started with sleep paralysis. The only way I can describe it is swirling winds. Obviously everybody knows what sleep paralysis is. You can't move. The thing that attacked me was clearly quite large, just by the.
You just heard breathing. You
Yeah, the breathing. It was from the diaphragm. So like, imagine if you had a bear stood over you breathing. That was the kind of effect it had. But yeah, 1:05 the attack started. 3:05 the attack ended, because that's when I've got control of my body again. But in between that, at 2 o'clock, one of my neighbours said that they saw me stood staring out my bedroom window. They waved at me. I did not respond. But the point being, and when I spoke to the neighbour the next day, there was no way I could have been stood out that window, because there was objects in front of the window that I could have not been stood that close to the window.
The question is, was it your body or was it a projection?
Yes, well, I know that I didn't move in that 2 hours. I know that, because I woke up in exactly the same position as I was in before. Now, the one where I grabbed the thing was the same thing, where it put me in sleep paralysis. I don't know how I managed to. I must have got control of my limb, my left hand. Managed to grab it, but then I realised as I grabbed it, this is something that doesn't want to be seen. So I then thought, what happens when I do see it? So I let go of it, and when I let go of it, it let go of me. And that's two of the attacks where I've had probably 30 attacks.
So, do you get this regularly now, or has it stopped since moving out?
I haven't had an attack since moving out, but I have had the same things, which it portrays itself as what I'd say a cat, an animal. You can feel it moving across the bed. You can feel it jump up on the bed. You can. I've had it before where it's you get like a tap on the side next to me. Loads of little things, but when you go to look, you can't see. I've even woken up. Because I've sensed something there out of sleep, and I've opened my eyes and I thought it's one of my cats, a black cat. Seen it, and it's disappeared in front of my eyes, and then I've looked around the room for my black cat, and it's on the opposite side of the room. So it portrays itself as either my black cat, or
It's taking a form
it's just taken a form of something, or maybe.
You should say that, because I was just I didn't say anything. I forgot to. So when I was making the tea, I assumed it might have been my hair, because obviously it's down. But I kind of know it wasn't. I was out there, and I knew the cat was outside.
Yeah.
Because I just put him out. He wanted to go out, so I put him out the back door. I was doing a tea, turned around, this like shadowy black thing was on the floor and ran off, and I thought it was a cat. Then I was like, no, because I've just let the bloody thing out.
I've had that loads of times. But at one time when I woke up and opened my eyes, I was looking directly at it for about a second maybe, but it just faded within a few splits of a second. It faded from a solid into nothing.
But did you have sleepy eyes?
No. I was fully awake when I opened my eyes. It was it wasn't one of those sleeps where you kind of like come around. It was just one of those instant, you know something's there, so you open your eyes.
I've had something like that. This is again when Missy was under a year old and he was taxiing. It's a bit, I got up for a wee during the night and I thought when I first saw it I thought it might be sleep, but it wasn't, so I wasn't asleep, I'd only just gone to bed. Like, you know the bathroom's opposite the bedroom? Well, I kept the door open because obviously I had a young little one. It's pitch black in the bedroom and I see this shadow, but it was massive, and I just thought nothing of it because I thought it was my eyes, and then I just like rubbed my eyes and thought, hang on, I haven't been asleep. If that makes any sense. And then it went back the other way again, and I was like, and it was looking in the cot. Because where Missy's bed is now, obviously the cot was there at that time, and it was looking over the cot, and it didn't have a silhouette per se of like
humanoid.
Yeah, it's nothing I can put my finger on. But when it went back the other way, I was like, oh.
Now we used to do that black and white TV in the days of Charlie, shall we say? That black and white TV used to sit where all my spirit stuff is now, and we used to always, well, not always, but quite regularly, on a regular basis, say 2 or 3 times a week, we'd see a silhouette of a man standing at our door via the reflection of the black and white TV. But if you look at the door,
I've seen Charlie like that.
Nothing there at all.
I've seen Charlie like that. I can guarantee you can put me on the Jeremy Cole lie detector and end those doubters over Charlie. I will pass.
That's that one. I had one, and this is quite strange because I don't understand quite how this works, but when the extension was built on my parents' house, now the landing on my parents' house used to be straight up, and there was only 2 options: to go left towards the bedroom, to go right towards the toilet in the bedroom, right? But when the new part of the house put on, there was also a forward, right? Now I was walking upstairs, didn't bother turning the landing light on. Walking upstairs, I got most of the way up the stairs, and I froze. Because of what I was looking at.
Yeah, sure.
It was a black silhouette, but I've even looked into this, to what they're called, shadow men.
Hat man because of the hat.
Yeah. Some call them shadow men, some call them hat men.
Charlie
has a hat, but
no, a lot thinner. The arms were probably nearly twice as long as what the arms should be on a human.
Yeah.
And the legs were skinny and long as well, so it was probably about 8 feet tall. Long arms, long legs, but it walked across the landing right in front of me, and I froze because I've never seen anything when I've been that fully awake before. And it walked into the new part of the house. Now that part of the house only existed for a few weeks before that. So the question is, how's it walking on something that didn't exist before? You understand? Sure. But as I said, it made me freeze, and I actually, like, my brain kind of panicked for a second, like, what the fuck am I looking at? Do you know what I mean? But I've never seen anything like that since. I've seen other things.
Well, the scariest thing I've seen, I mean, Phil doesn't understand why I don't get all over it anymore. It's because it's been years. I mean, my first experience, I must have been 8 or 9, so it's always been that. So to me, it's just like invisible people. They're, in my mind, I've set them as real people that are just there, but you can't see them. Because that's the only way I know how to deal with it. Because what do? You know, they're there piss about with their toys many times.
Oh yeah, we get that now.
But so it doesn't bother me. But what did scare me was I lost my nephew. Most of you already know this. To a train in 2012. That was the year that Missy Camaro was born.
That's also when I had that guy at the back of my taxi as well.
Yeah, well, this is the weird thing. I was grieving. I was very, very upset that he'd gone, and Phil was out taxiing as per on a Saturday, obviously, because for money, and I remember having my phone on charge upstairs. And I was sat on a sofa, and out the corner of my eye behind me, just sort of, I could see this sort of grey, shadowy thing. And I turned around, and it looked like, and I still, your eyes deceive you at times. I'm not an idiot, but it looked like my nephew's head, and it was grey. It was grey, and it's about the height it would have been you know, if he was here about that height, but there was no body, and I absolutely shat it. I ran up the stairs to ring hubby.
Yeah, I remember you calling.
Yeah, I did, and then I started getting all like, okay, I'm seeing things. This is just crazy.
No, that's what they do. I know
right?
what they are.
I didn't see it.
That's what they do.
And I'm on the phone to Phil, right? And all of a sudden I'm looking down the stairs, and no, his head was there, grey, see-through grey,
expression,
with no body. Yeah. No, it's just you know when you just like passport face. If that sort of stern. There was no emotion. There was no like. No happy, no sad. But what was weird is just I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and it just disappeared. But
around that time of the week, like I said, I've told the story hundreds of times. I've been at the front of a taxi rank with a train pull in, and the rule is you take the first taxi. So all these customers come out wanting taxis, which is half the perks of being at a railway station. And every person was ignoring me. They were just going to the taxis behind me, and I thought, great, thanks for that. Anyway, two couples come out, a man and a woman, and he goes, well, get in then, you silly mare, to her. And she's like, I can't, the taxi's taken. I'm like, what?
That's a cat, that is.
Yeah, so that's a cat trying to get in the door. Yeah, that knock was not the cat.
I know, just for the benefit
of the cats don't you generally knock?
No. Exactly, I was in bastards. Well, anyway,
just trying to get in.
They, they wouldn't get in the cab. And I ran and I said, no one's taking this cab, and the man opened the door and goes, see, nothing there. She goes, well, I swear there was a man in the back with a khaki baseball cap. She described him quite fluently. I don't know if that was Pete or not, because he didn't wear khaki baseball caps, did he?
Well, I didn't see him for 18 months, and he changed his image
he changed his image. Yeah, all the time he's changing his image. So
it's always different. You never see him two times looking the same.
No, definitely not. But, I could say, okay, maybe she was just a crazy lady, but everyone else ignored my cab as well, and went into the other cab, so... And, she's adamant she could see it, and they're arguing the whole way back, it was a bit of a twat, actually. But he was having a major go at her, saying, what you're on about, and all the rest of it. I'm like, well, mate, I'm not being funny, but other people were seeing this, obviously, thinking my taxi was taken, and ignored me, and went to the taxis behind me, So, that was about the same sort of time period for that. So, who knows?
One thing I just remembered, when I was on about that, whatever the cat thing is, it likes to walk on the bed. Another thing it likes to do is twist my chain. Now, the chain that it likes to twist is the one with the cross on it.
How weird is that?
That is the cat.
I've never had any physical contact other than the time with Missy.
Yeah.
I've had vision. I've seen stuff. I've heard stuff. I ignore stuff. I get scared at times, as I just said.
To this day, Justin doesn't like talking about it, does he?
He won't talk about it, and I can't say I blame him. For a 14-year-old kid to find his mum in that position must have been horrifying.
Yeah, or his sister.
I mean, I'm just grateful he was there, because I really do wonder what on earth would have happened had he not been.
How would you tell the courts if
how would you? How would you? Yeah. Anyone who knows me knows damn well my kids are my world. There is no way.
Put them at any harm or risk.
Of course not. Never in a million years.
Another thing I've noticed, it can't occupy the same physical space. So if it jumps up onto the bed, and sometimes it's real heavy when it jumps. You actually think a cat has jumped up onto the bed, and then
I've never had
that. Thud, then. No, we haven't.
There's quite a big.
We've had our duvet pulled off several times.
Oh, that's how. Do you know what? That you just reminded me. That's exactly how this started with me. Do you know what? Probably about 9 years ago. This is before Charlie and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
I was in bed in the back bedroom of my parents' house. I know, because of the way the windows are, they're like yours with those handles that go down like that.
Yeah.
So you have to click them down, right?
Yeah.
Stormy night. I woke up to my covers being ripped off of me. The window's wide open.
See, ours was slow.
Slow, yeah, it's slow. Yeah, is that move?
Yeah, but that's how it started.
Yeah.
What roused me from my sleep was the slow movement of the covers coming down. But when I actually become conscious, that's when they ripped the covers completely off of me, and that's the first experience I had. Yeah. But my question is, how did they open the window? Because I know I don't leave my window open in a stormy night. There's no chance.
Yeah, sure.
Well, lift up Missy. I mean, even as a baby, she's not exactly light. You need a lot of power.
No, she's quite a big baby at birth, isn't she?
Yeah, she's not light.
Do they know what happened with that?
Yeah, most know or have an idea.
I don't really like people knowing, but
no,
you've already said it.
I have explained. It's only once we ever had it, and the theory, Simon, you got a theory, but it was nothing. It was a quick in and out. We never had an experience like that.
Anything like it before,
ever,
nothing like it since.
No.
But the only reason I say it's quick in and out is because it used the term "past the baby." Now, if it was an entity that was that was watching you and been around the house a long time, it would have used her name.
Yeah,
Do you want to know something really weird? I just clicked. I remember someone knocking at the door and no one being there before I went to bed. I thought that was weird and shut the door like.
It's the terminology. You hear a lot of these terminologies when you're doing spirit boxes. They don't use, like, sometimes you get spirit boxes where they pretend to be family members and things like that.
Yeah.
But they don't use the right terminology, which would make you think, yes, that is my family member.
Yeah.
They use a different terminology. Now, everybody knows their family members and the way they talk, the way they speak, the terminology they use. They use the wrong terminology and that's why they slip up.
There's lots of weird slurring as well. I think it's a slur on us, like raven and apples. A lot of people get on their things, like Adam and the apple and all that. So you get that quite a lot.
You can't say what it's about. But as I said, when you're talking about a specific thing, like they're pretending to be a dead man or something like that, and then they use the wrong kind of speech or the wrong wording, you know that isn't your nan because she would never speak like that.
I mean, this is the thing with that night. I mean, you know, is there any point in me saying anything about it or not?
You don't need to. I mean, most the people who are going to listen to this, if they know, they know. If they don't, they don't. Don't worry about it. You know?
Now, a full possession is what you're talking about because you have no control of your body.
That
would take a very.
Yeah, you were under as well. You're completely under.
Every attack I've ever had, I've had partial control. I've been awake. I've been fighting the attack the whole time. You're there the whole time fighting the attack. You haven't got control of your body, but you still got, you're still fighting whatever it is that's trying to take.
Cognitive thinking.
Yeah. When I woke up that morning, as I normally would, I literally did not feel like I'd been sleeping. I literally felt as though I'd been dead. That's the only way I can describe it. Like nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's what you imagine death to be if you don't believe in the paranormal.
Just nothing.
Just nothing, yeah. You know, it was nothing before you were conceived and it's nothing once you're gone.
Yeah.
But the bruising on my shoulder, I mean, Justin was really, really shaken by it. He won't talk about it even now, really. His story's never changed, and I know he's telling the truth because the bruises on my shoulder where he was shaking me.
Yeah.
But that's something that stayed with me for a very long time because my child's screaming in the bed next to me and I don't hear it.
Yeah.
That's weird. I mean, no matter how many, even if I hadn't slept for a month, I would have still woken up to that. That's the weirdest thing.
Littlest stir she does, we're awake.
Yeah, of course we are.
Yeah.
So this is why Justin came in because he knew that I would be.
Why is Mummy not attending?
Yeah, well, he's 14 and he sort of never used to sort of get up, did he? Because he knows we deal with it. But this time he said, I don't know why, but her cry was different, and I just felt I had to go and see if she's okay.
Yeah.
And well. It's horrible.
Mummy,
but I'm glad nothing's happened since like that.
No, hopefully never will again. You can't tell the future, obviously, but hopefully you've got plans in place if it does.
You think about that's the third level, isn't it? You've got infestation, which is the first level where they infest the property and they do things like move stuff.
Yeah.
You've got oppression, which is where they oppress you, and then you've got depression, where they try to depress you, and then I think the fourth stage is possession. Where they possess you.
We didn't have anything leading up to that, did we? I mean, we've had a resident here that just slowly sort of faded out, I suppose.
I've had various things. I mean, there's stuff I remember daily that I'd forgotten all about. But when it involves a child, you don't forget that, and it does scar you mentally because you love your child more than anything else on that entire planet. And my son's there telling me that I couldn't hear my child crying, and that's very upsetting. Because, but I woke up feeling different anyway. I didn't feel it. I knew something was.
Your mate have a weird one as well. She looked at you dead in the eyes, and she pushed you away because you went all weird.
Yes. No, I'm not going to mention any names. I had a friend of mine over, and there were tears over something, and. We were sat opposite. We were actually sat in Justin's room because he was at his dad's, so we were sat on Justin's bed, and we were sat opposite, and she was crying about something, and I went to raise my arm towards her to give her a hug, like you would if your mate's upset, and she pushed me away, but it wasn't like it was fear, like real fear. She goes, "Get the fuck off me." Now, at that time she did that, I felt very strange, like it wasn't me, like I was outside my own body. But I didn't say anything. I said, "What the hell's the matter with you?" To which her reply was, that wasn't you. It was you when I was telling you what I was upset about. But when I pushed you away, you changed. Your eyes went black, and your face, and you just changed. It wasn't you anymore. And I would have been like, yeah, I'm not so. If it hadn't been for the fact that I felt so different. So, and she wouldn't have been. Nobody could act like that. She was terrified.
Yeah.
See, that's possession.
Yeah, it was, because I did feel very, very different. It wasn't like so the same sort of thing, but I was awake this time, not sleeping.
What makes me laugh is if you look online about people's experiences with sleep paralysis or anything like that, they all describe the same symptoms, which is obviously the main things can't move.
Yeah.
But they all describe the feeling of being in a wind tunnel.
That's what I experienced. I've only ever had it once, and I experienced a wind tunnel.
I've looked at more because obviously when it started happening to me, I checked out the subject, but they all the amount of energy that's in the room, the wind tunnel, even sometimes what these things look like out the corner of their eye.
Water is downstairs. There you go. Water.
That's my water, isn't it? No,
That one's mine.
I'm in the car now.
It is.
I can make a cup of tea. You want some?
Oh, can you? That would be lush.
I'll
Thank
make you a
you.
cup of tea.
I made the last one, so I'll let you do it.
Make my video interesting. Chat amongst yourself.
Yeah, because you know it's only being recorded. Earlier on, it was so natural. I didn't know it was being recorded.
I recorded slightly, but we had to delete it because names and people's identities could have been mistakes, so we deleted it. Sorry, people. So
Yeah, we're not mentioning names. But yeah. What's the weirdest things happened? The very first experience in this house, or one of the first, was I had an ex. Well, obviously he's an ex. I'm married to Phil. An ex of mine living with me. And every night...
You made the wrong choice.
Don't start me off on that one.
Give me the dirtiest look. Come back and give me the dirtiest look.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He knows I'm right.
Of course he does.
She'll learn.
They all think he's fucking God, but he ain't. He's a tosser. Order of magnitude is order of twatitude. What he is on camera?
Yeah.
I tell you what, some of his posts, like, permission to be smug-faced. I'm like, ugh. I can't watch my own husband's videos because they make me scowl and cringe. I can't actually physically. Honestly, I've pressed play right, and you've gone in 3 sentences, and I literally have to turn it off. It's like, ooh. But
Yeah, aren't you starting a channel soon called like Anti-Orders? Whatever.
yeah, all your friends are joining in. Your own mother. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Anyway, the first experience I ever had that was like, okay, I'm not imagining things anymore. If you like, proof. It was the cutlery drawer, and when you open and close it, it makes a specific clatter. There's no mistaking that sound. So we go to bed, my ex and I.
Like that.
Yeah, no, but it was the old drawer, but yeah, similar to that, but it was the old drawers before the kitchen got changed.
Your neighbours must think you're a fucking prick.
Yeah, well, and we went to bed, and he fell asleep. This is every night for about a week and a half, and he wouldn't believe me because he'd been asleep through it. And you could hear this door open, close, open, close, open, close. And originally I thought it was a burglar. Went downstairs, nothing, nobody. But you would have heard the door open or something, you know. So that was the first thing. Then after that, by a couple of weeks, my son had a friend over to play. Justin was 5 at the time. He had a friend over to play with him. They were in his bedroom with all the toys out, as you'd expect. I'm doing dinner, and they both come thudding down the stairs at lightning speed. And my son's there going, Mummy, there's a man in my room. I'm like thinking, right, okay, we'll go and check it out, honey, that sort of thing. And when we went back up every single one of his toys was going off by itself. Digger, toy diggers, beep, beep, beep. And just the boys were getting terrified, and the only thing I could think of to say to calm it down was sometimes toys go funny when the batteries run out. Yeah. And they bought that.
Tomorrow, please.
Thing
Can
is,
you buy some batteries for Alstar?
I'll buy batteries for elsewhere, of course.
The amount of activity that's happened in this house is decreased.
In our house?
Yeah. I'd say it's decreased. Since a few years ago when we saw that thing shake on the side.
Yeah, that was I forgot about that.
That was the most compelling thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I know. That was mental. That was...
to see something physically move with no outside force, with no outside force and be witnessed by 5 people to see it move.
Yeah.
It's not like you could say, oh, it was an earthquake or something like that.
Aren't you glad I saw it?
Moved.
Yeah.
Nothing else moved.
I know. Are you glad I saw it? Because I was just glad you did.
What made me think is, why did we not recognise it for about 2 minutes afterwards? I don't know. No one said anything for like 2 minutes until we come out like of a trance and everybody went, that moved.
Yeah. I know.
I think it was a water bottle, wasn't it? And it just shook left
the
and
whole
right.
cabinet shook. It wasn't just the water.
No, the whole cabinet didn't shake.
That's what I saw it as.
I didn't see the cabinet shake. I saw the water bottle shake.
You know, like if you bump into it.
That was the same cabinet, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is a solid cabinet.
Yeah.
You cannot shake that left and right.
Okay. I saw the water bottle and all that, obviously.
I saw the water bottle shake left and right, and it should have fallen over.
Yeah.
For the amount it moved.
Mum.
Oh, what about that doll on that toy cot? They're clinging onto the side like it.
Oh, that was weird.
Can you do this up, please?
That was the weirdest thing ever.
Trying to think, I've forgotten a lot of what's happened to me.
That's the thing, we do forget. Like we kept it to ourselves for so long for obvious reasons of ridicule or being, 12-hour.
I don't give a fuck. I challenge anyone.
Well, the thing is, you tell people about these things, and they look at you like you're mental until they witness it with you.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what,
and then
that's what I'm glad of. Lots of people come to this house. We don't tell them anything that's happened. Nothing. And then they say, your house is fucking weird. This happened. That happened. This happened. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
I mean, I remember when I first started dating Phil. I had to tell him because I knew he would hear something random. I just knew it.
Experience up until that point. Other than I think a couple of times at my dad's house, I felt breathing on me a few times. I said, I know you're there, and then it stops. But that was the only experience I've ever had. And I never believed in it. I tried to pass on as maybe it was a draft, or so I never believed in any of this. It was all rubbish.
So we'd had a couple of dates.
I know. You can sit over there.
And I randomly sort of come out with,
Mummy.
You do realise random stuff happens in this house. And he laughed, but that night he didn't laugh no more. Did you?
No, I woke up to...
yes, darling.
I can only describe it as like World War II or One music, old music.
You just reminded me of that time that I was down here and the fucking, what sounded like kids coming around, and that was loud. That was the loudest thing I've ever heard.
The open air... The open air speak that we get is loud if we get it. It doesn't happen a hell of a lot. It's happened a handful of times, but it is loud. Like the Christmas Carol, on 2015, Christmas Eve day, midnight, I got sang Christmas Carol, Silent Night, and a weird, creepy rendition of it. Only about 5 to 10 lines of the song.
And then it was my turn to not believe you.
Yeah, you didn't believe me. Ian. It's like, oh, it must have been Christmas Carol. It's like, it's midnight.
A couple of open air speaks when I was sleeping, but it was at a different frequency. Do you remember me telling you about that?
Yeah.
Where it was, my ears were ringing. You know, like a dog whistle, how high pitched that is.
Yeah.
My ears were ringing like that, and I heard a conversation between 2 women.
Oh yeah.
And the first one said something like...
Did you see that? Something just moved?
Yeah, I did see that.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did just see that, yeah. I didn't take any notice of it, but I saw it. It was something white, wasn't it? That's what I saw, something white move.
It wasn't me, was it? No, I did see that.
No, something moved down there, it was white. But anyway, I was led there.
Visuals now, but never mind. Fuck it, carry on.
I was led there. Obviously, it was only in my left ear as well, so it wasn't the right ear.
Hang on, honey, sweetie.
High-pitched sound, and I heard the conversation, and the conversation was between 2 women.
Right.
The first woman said, "Come on, we've got to go now." Second woman replied, "But I just want to watch him for 5 more minutes."
Yeah.
That was the only 2 things said. But I heard it clear as day, like they were stood next to me.
Oh, that's weird. Have you said about the blah 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 Harry?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was going to say, some people will go, "Oh, it's their family members or something like that." I didn't recognise the voices.
Yeah.
I love my little girl.
Yeah, blah 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 Harry. Missy's first words were not Mama, Dada. They are Harry. Everything was blah blah Harry. This blah blah Harry. But I don't know any others. I've got no friends or any.
Or maybe that was Charlie. Maybe that's his name.
But we caught that EVP. She did a video for me on a taxi of her being pushed on a swing. I think I showed you it.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
I wish somebody.
Was it
idiot
Cuckoo or something?
Cooey.
Yeah.
But
That's an old man's voice.
There
Though.
was no one in the field. There was no one in the park. There was no one that could have said that, and I didn't hear it. It wasn't open airspeed.
No,
it's not.
I didn't hear it.
It's not like.
It was.
It's only when I watched the
It's
video.
only when you watched the video because you were doing the taxis and it was cute. It was the first time on a swing for Mimi.
Yeah, but it's not like you can even say like, oh, it's an old video camera. Maybe it was bled over from another video or something like that.
Yeah, no,
it's a digital phone with no other kind of bleed over. So.
Well, it had shit resolution. It was a very, very early smartphone.
Yeah, but it's not. There's another video where it could have come off and bled over. It doesn't work like that.
No.
Oh, do you want your toy kitchen? Is that what you want? Okay.
But the thing is, as I said, since putting CCTV in my house, I haven't caught anything.
Yeah, no.
Even when I've had experiences of things jumping on the bed and things like that, I've looked back at the footage.
There's
nothing there.
Yes, please.
So it makes you wonder if we did have CCTV.
And they are IR cameras.
Yeah.
So they are looking at infrared light, but maybe it's just not good enough.
Oh, cut it over.
You just stood on my foot.
I'm sorry.
Which hurts for obvious reasons. I think why don't you sitting on the phonage, just put it up there out the way. There we go.
Have you told them about Harry? Because I bet you didn't tell them how it was.
Well, Harry, I have told her that it's everything is blah blah blah, Harry.
No, with Missy, with open airspeed. That was the weirdest thing in the world.
No, I haven't. Remind me, I don't know, because there's so many things I can't remember.
Well, she was used to, you know, like babies when they're about 9 months old, babble, 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 babble.
Yeah.
Well, when she was about 11 months, I suppose, she was just going, babble, 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 Harry. And I was like, okay, my daughter's first word is Harry. I don't know anyone called Harry. I have a nephew called Harry, but she's never met him. No. Never in a million years.
Don't speak of Harry, do we? Ever who?
No, not anymore. And I was washing up.
Not after we did that robbery.
Yeah. She was in a baby swing. She was just...
That's how young they start over it.
Yeah, right. She was in one of those baby swinging things with the music in the kitchen whilst I was doing the dishes. So she, blah, 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 Harry. And I heard it as clear as day, a man's voice go, blah, 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 Harry. And I heard it and I thought I was going mad at first. Then Missy turned around and goes, yeah, blah, 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 Harry. And I was like, okay then. But she was never frightened of him, not once. No. Never.
She can't remember it either. We've asked her about it now. She doesn't have no recollection of any of this.
Because she was talking quite early, wasn't she, her first words? But then I suppose if he was talking to her all the time.
I think babies do see things.
The thing is, that Charlie picture is probably one of the best pictures I've ever seen.
Do you know what? I got
one of his sons
has said that it's a fake. It's Photoshop.
There's no fucking way.
I can assure you, that picture is not faked. Do you know why it's not faked? Because Phil is so much of a idiot. he could not fake it, and if it was faked, he would tell me.
And he'd laugh on camera. He'd go, he would. He's got when he lies, he goes all dopey and like
that
smirky.
picture, I can 100% guarantee is real.
Well, I was there when it was taken, so pay for a lie detector test. I've
analysed that picture so much in the last 5 years, seeing that picture. I've looked at it in different contrasts, different hues, different, and if you get it in on the PC, you can actually see through it. You can see parts through it, the TV through it. So
yes, my darling, right?
I'm gonna drink your tea, not inhale it.
Yeah,
and because of where it is on the obviously the TV.